Compulsory vaccination bill introduced by Nigerian senator despite outcry for minutes. African biggest city, Lagos, got back to work on Monday at the end of a 5-week COVID-19 lockdown. In the metropolis of 20 million, where exuberance and poverty live side by side, relief had been able to earn money once again was almost palpable despite Nigeria mounting COVID-19 toll. All shops seemed to be open, car parks were full, and hawkers selling cool drinks, grilled meats, and vegetables were pitching their wares on street corner as before, AFP reporters said. Adewale Oluwa reopened his fruit and vegetable store, carefully setting out a fine array of tomatoes. By 10 a.m., his customers were out in force and laughter was in the air as old acquaintances spotted each other. We were so impatient for the confinement to end, Oluwa said. Many bus stations were as bustling as before the lockdown, although touts were masked as they called out to passengers. Nigeria follows South Africa, the continent's other economic giant, which returned to work on Friday. Rwanda, a fast expanding economy in East Africa, partially ended a strict 6-week long lockdown on Monday. Many people said they were glad to be back earning money. Upward of 83 million of Nigerians' nearly 200 million population live on the equivalent of less than $1 per day, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) said in a report on Monday. For those without savings or working in the informal sector, the lockdown was a cruel blow. You know, we sell perishable food, so we need to open every day. So to lock down for weeks was a big issue for us. Bus driver Ganiyu Anyila said, "It's been over 1 month of hunger and suffering. I cannot make money to take care of my family," he said, smiling as he braked at a bus stop to pick up a passenger. From the Ajegunle toll gate, an area bordering Ogun State, a long queue of passengers waited to board. Security agents and transport union officials were on hand to ensure drivers complied with directives requiring social distance, face mask, hand washing, and use of hand sanitizers before boarding. We will only allow passengers with a nose mask to enter, and only drivers that make provision for water, soap, and hand sanitizers for their passengers can operate buses. Buses are also required to carry not more than 60% of their capacity. A police officer who gave his name as George told AFP. He said his team had prevented some 50 buses floating the border on Monday morning. Huge number of people rushed to the reopened banks to get money. Many did not have an ATM card to withdraw from a cash machine. "Look at its mass. There is no social distancing," said a driver, Henderson Kiangbogro, observing hundreds of people milling outside a branch of GT Bank with security guards standing impotently nearby. Don't be surprised if the spread of the virus explodes after this. The stay-at-home order applied to Lagos, neighboring Ogun State, and the Nigerian national capital, Abuja. But in the face of mounting social distress and discontent, President Buhari last week ordered a phased and gradual easing, replacing the lockdown with an overnight curfew. The relaxation has triggered deep concern in some quarters, given how easily the COVID-19 spread and the poor state of Nigeria's health system. According to official figure, nearly 2,500 cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in Nigeria, leading to 87 deaths. But as elsewhere, the true scale of the epidemic could be much greater given the sparsity of testing. In the northern state of Kano, investigators determined that a spate of fatalities previously described as mysterious deaths by the authorities was largely caused by COVID-19. COVID-19 is presently the major cause of the mass death in Kano. Nasiru Sani Gwanzo, whose team carried out door-to-door research, said on Sunday. Gwanzo did not provide a figure for the fatalities, although grave diggers say they have been burying dozens of corpses per day. Kano had seen a series of high-profile deaths, including academic bureaucrats, businessmen, and traditional leaders. Thank you for listening to this news. Wow. Viewers, you can imagine what one has just experienced. Yet, they still want to infect us with more of this virus with their devilish and evil vaccine. You can imagine. Let me ask this question. Is it a must? Is it mandatory that we must take part of this vaccine? Is it a must or compulsory that this vaccine must be injected in us? We have said no to this vaccine. Why is this man now making a must move that we must be injected? Is he our creator? And the stupid Nigerian leaders, the stupid and greedy and selfish House of Representatives, instead of them to fight for the masses, they keep supporting these evildoers, supporting them, taking bribe just to inject and kill Africans. Believe you me, by the grace of Almighty God, it is they and their children that will be infected with this vaccine. I'm telling you this. How can they make it compulsory for us to be vaccinated? Where on earth has it been done that people will be forced against their wish to take something that they don't want? Where on earth has it been done? This is absolutely rubbish. This is absolutely wrong and cannot be accepted. We must do something to place a stop to this nonsense. Nigerians must not accept this. They have made it compulsory, but we will say no to it. We must fight for our rights. They may be the lawmakers, but we are the owner of ourselves. We will decide what we want and what we don't want. They are not our creator. Brigade should take its vaccine down to America and get Americans injected and not we Africans. You can imagine, even the Americans refused his devilish and evil vaccine, but he wants to force it on Nigerians. He should go and try to his own people. You can imagine. This is shared wickedness. Nigeria is full of illiterate leaders. If our leaders are not illiterate enough, they were supposed to use their brain to understand the evil plan of this man and know why he should not be given that chance to come in and introduce any vaccine. You can imagine the open sum of money given to them for us to be vaccinated against our wish. God will never allow them to succeed. They have failed and they will fail for life. My viewers, your comments concerning this are very much important. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.